Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Let's go!
Episode 10. It's been a while, but we're back. So much has happened since the last one of these you recorded. A lot has happened. I've got some stories to tell.
Yeah.
But I'll start with history right now. We just watched Judge hit 62. And my little piece here, because I was following Judge for a little bit. I was in Toronto for 61. I saw 60.
You're
Bran, quote unquote.
I commend your fandom. I do commend your fandom.
I drove to Toronto, but let me just a quick. People can call this corny, whatever. Those of us who have been lucky enough to watch this entire season and see what this guy has done now, we're blessed as baseball fans to be alive and to witness this at this time, at this age, everything. This man, 62 home runs. He's hitting .311. It's Ruthian, although Ruth never hit 62 home runs. And I was just thinking of, like, it's the best season we've ever seen. That's just my personal belief. You can argue there's a million other seasons. You could argue, like, Miggy, Triple Crown, Pujols stuff. Pujols never hit – I don't think Pujols ever even hit 50 homers.
No, I didn't.
I don't know if Miggy probably didn't hit 50. This guy hit 62 home runs. No juice balls, no juice muscles, no nothing. 62 home runs, and he's hitting .311.
That's the craziest part.
I was in awe. I'm so happy.
You want to ask me? That's the craziest part, because we talk all the time about how, like, we a couple of weeks ago we went on this rant about how IKF gets bashed all the time, but here's a bat on ball guy, and the sport doesn't lend itself to those types of players anymore. So here you have a guy that is not just the pop, not just the power, but is also hitting .311.
We love IKF for being a bat on ball guy. Judge got an average 50 points higher than the bat on ball guy. It's the great. I've never seen anything like this.
It's
the best. I was
just watching. We just watched 62. I was out eating dinner with Sarah, just at the dinner table watching it, and I shot up out of my seat. But after the fact, like, the only emotion I had was just like, I'm just so happy for Judge. Like,
yes,
he's just like the best. He's you can't draft up a better player in a chemistry lab better than him. I mean, the guy is the consummate professional on and off the field. He never shows emotion, good or bad. He never shows frustration, or he never gets too high. And he's a fucking monster.
Remember in the very beginning of the season when he turned down the contract, and I remember saying to myself when they released it, which hindsight's 2020, Cashman's a bit of a dick for releasing that information publicly, but I remember saying, they offered him $30 million a year. Does this guy really care? Like, does he really want to be here? And now, after watching this season, now it's just like,
I mean, dude, it's without question
Judge,
the best ever. Like, going into free agent,
it's the best ever now,
because it's the best ever season in general. So you compound it with this is when he's going to get paid. I don't even want to talk about the money. I really don't.
Yeah. You're right. We shouldn't even talk about that. Let's just stick with the fact that we just watched one of the most amazing things that we'll ever see in the sport that we love most, with the team that we love the most.
We're baseball diehards, and we just saw the greatest display of
ever. We just listened to Sterling's call. And I said to Cam in Sterling's call, he goes, so 3 Yankee right fielders, and the first name is Ruth. And I'm like, oh, yeah, my God.
Ruth is at the point where it's like people don't even think he's a real person. He's up there with, like, Jesus Christ. It's like he's like a mythical being. Like,
it's what Benny the Jet said.
Yeah.
He's not a man, but he's not a god. That's he's like Hercules or something. Like,
That's why I love Ohtani. It's why I love Ohtani, because if you go back to one of Ohtani's first interviews, they said to him, you're being compared to Judge, and his response was, I don't even know if compared to Ruth, sorry. Yeah. I don't even know if Ruth was a real guy. He's a mythological creature. That's what Ohtani said. I was like,
Ruth never
I love
did
that.
this. Ruth never did this.
Another funny thing too is they kept showing Judge's mom and his dad, and I'm just like, I again, like the only emotion I have is just like I'm just like so happy for them. And then I was just like saying, I said to Sarah, I was like, think about how happy mom and dad would get when I would go 3 for 3 in a stupid like in like a high school or summer league game
against Ward.
April. And you got Mrs. Judge watching her son literally shatter the most prestigious record in basically
sports.
all of sports. Like
yes.
I can't think of a more
the home run.
I was trying to think like NFL single season touchdown record or most rushing yards in a game or a season, or like what are the most mythical,
home run ball,
prestigious?
Man, the home run ball.
Yes, home runs.
For as much as people say that the popularity of baseball is dying, the home run is still plays. It's still the home run fucks.
Like
the home run
Curry.
fucks.
Steph Curry broke the 3-point record, which was pretty cool. Like I'm trying to think
you
of
can't compare, man. No, you the reason you can't, and it takes a baseball fan to kind of understand the magnitude of this stuff, but truly statistics in baseball are more tied to the history of the game than any other sport. Because you can go on Baseball Reference and look up the 1894 season and see exactly what everybody did in that entire season, right? All their batting averages, slugging, OPS, stats that didn't even exist back then. You're able to count. You can compare 150. Oh, did Stan just get one? Maybe not.
You know what I would
just hit a laser.
Stan hit one.
Just hit a laser.
All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. But one just came to mind. Wilt Chamberlain, 100 points in a game.
That's pretty sick.
That's one.
That's a single game.
Right.
It's a single game.
Right.
It's one night. It's one insane night. This was an entire summer.
No, I think the home run
season, a summer. Summer.
Okay,
my
I think, and just kind of reverting it back, it's like his mother and father just witnessed him break the most prestigious record in all sports. It's like it's just an incredible moment. I can't.
Yeah, I'll go through real quick.
Well, also, I'm glad that this is over now because the last 2-3 weeks have just been like I've enjoyed it, but it's been tiring, and I can only imagine how he feels because
a couple points on that, and I totally agree. I think most of us do, who again have really watched like every at bat, and not just the last couple weeks here, like the whole season. We've watched this whole thing unfold. Getting to 50 was sick. Getting to 60 was incredible, and then it's. I really was not happy with the way people just fully expected all of this to happen, and then sure he had like 2 weeks to hit 2 homers. Yeah, he should do that. Everybody, Twitter, talk radio, everything was just, oh yeah, he's got 3 games. He'll hit it at home. It'll be great. And it's like, it was really unfair, honestly, to put that on the guy and then to watch him, like, again, he's not, to call it like a slump or something, which people have, and he's hit 2 homers now in 2 weeks.
Who has called it a slump?
This is baseball, man. Like, it's hard to hit a home. Yo, people were like booing the guy when he wasn't hitting a home run.
They weren't booing him. They were booing the pitchers for walking him. They weren't booing
what are you talking
him.
About? And they were just talking about it in Texas. Anybody at this stadium is here to watch him hit a homer. He grounded out on the first pitch, and people were like, again,
right. I mean,
then they're morons. Then they have rocks for brains.
Yes, they are.
Right, Kim. Like we went to a handful of games over this stretch, and what you notice is
a handful?
because this is so historic. It's gone so mainstream that he's drawing in tons of just casual fans, people that don't really care about baseball. They're just like, oh, let me go see Aaron Judge hit a home run, and then he doesn't. And we were at the game a couple weeks ago, and our cousin looks at us when he hits a fly ball and goes, that was disappointing. And I'm like,
shut up.
I'm just
dude.
like, sure, I guess it's disappointing, but like, it's just because you know nothing about the sport, and it's nothing against them.
Right.
But he brought the games over the last 2-3 weeks super mainstream, and there's so many casual fans watching this, not really understanding how difficult it was what he was trying to do. And when he didn't do it, he would even hit a double, and they'd be like,
exactly.
well, that's annoying. I'm like, But
you explained that very well.
That's why.
You
That's
did.
why I'm glad that this is over.
It's over.
So that now
everyone
it's just
can just
like
chill.
We
Everyone can take a big
on,
breath.
I'm also glad it's over now because let's be real, he's not winning the Triple Crown anymore. So if he didn't break the home run record and didn't win the Triple Crown when it looked like a couple days ago that both were going to happen, that would have been a little like
the Triple Crown. The Triple Crown. I mean, he was leading it for a little bit.
My point is, if he ended up not doing either, when a couple days ago it looked like he had a real shot to do both, there would have been, for us, there would have been like that's a bit of a blue balled sort of end to the season there.
And again, the Triple Crown, of course, if he won the Triple Crown, it'd be the most incredible thing we've ever witnessed. But if he ended at 61, it would have hurt a little bit, and he obviously. Would have felt that too. Clearly, he showed signs of frustration for the first time in his career in the first game, and it wasn't. You saw Guard. Remember, Guard used to throw his shit in the ground. He hit himself in the face that one time. Judge exactly. Judge very calmly just took his helmet and just shoved it in. You know what I mean? So it's really good that it's over. It is.
So that's wrapped up, and we can move on to playoffs, which is what really matters. But I will shout you out, Cam, because. Cam was
Cam was chasing his
Cam was on a mission. Cam was a freaking tornado chaser, just chasing a home run, and
Cam saw 60.
Cam saw
61.
Cam saw 60, 61. Unfortunately, couldn't see 62.
But
the man was traveling.
He did try.
He was in Toronto. He was.
This kid went international.
We went to the game. We went to the game. What game did we go to last week? We went to.
Well, we went to the Cousins Day thing. We did Saturday.
We went to the game.
You guys did
weekend.
Friday, Saturday against Baltimore. Is what you guys did.
Baltimore. And I just looked at Cam because he had gone to 9 consecutive games in a row or something, and had traveled across the country.
I wasn't even enjoying it.
Not across the country, up and down the East Coast, but he was just like, "Yo, I'm tired, man."
Yeah, dude, I didn't even want to go.
He's like, "Yo, I need Judge to hit this home run, bro, because I am tired."
And I even said, I was like, dude, if he doesn't, I have to go tomorrow.
Well, Bran, what I remember what was hysterical is I think you had sent a text to us, and you were low key, you were just like, did you guys go to Toronto?
And I sent
talking to Cameron and
the
Mom.
Invisible ink smirk.
Yeah.
And then you're like, nah, you didn't go. And I was like,
well,
nah.
And
then he just sends a picture from Rogers Center.
I was in Nashville. I texted, did you go to Toronto? He goes, nah. And then I'm out wherever I was in Nashville, and Mom FaceTimes me from fucking Rogers Center, and I'm
from Rogers Center.
I'm like,
Bran, I was so happy
when
I got that text. It was 10 in the morning in Stamford, right? We're in the car at 10:30 up there. When you texted me that, we had just gotten into Toronto, so I opened that text and the CN Tower is right in front of my face. So I know I'm there, and I was so happy. I was laughing when you sent it. But we literally parked the car and ran into the stadium and it couldn't have been more perfect timing. Just to watch. I mean, Vladdy ended up walking us off game 1, but I will talk. So, I mean, chasing the homers. I'll cover this quick because I know Bran doesn't want to talk about this one, but we were at 60 against the Pirates, which was maybe the best 9th inning I've ever seen in my life. Brandon was at the game. He left a little early. Whatever. We won't kill him. All right. Brandon was we just cut out for a second, but we're back now. Anyway, I don't know where we cut off, but we were at 60 against the Pirates. The game, Judge hit 60, and then Stan hit the walk-off slam. I posted all. I'm going to start this video. Everyone has seen it now watching this of my own videos at that, so we all know I was there. But Brandon left early. I really don't want to kill you for it because it's been 2.5 weeks now, so whatever. You're an idiot. We get it.
I see. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was the best inning of baseball I'd ever witnessed. I don't know where this.
I don't want to kill you over. No, fuck you.
Well, it's been 2 weeks, man.
So what?
No,
so what?
we've already got him.
I'm going to kill Brandon for this for the rest of his fucking life. It's his favorite sport with his favorite team, and the guy getting ready to do something that only 2 other guys in team history, in league history, have ever done, and he leaves.
And he
knowing the guy was guaranteed another at bat.
And 60 wasn't even the highlight of the night.
All right. I mean, you can continue to pile on me. I have no defense. I'm not going to sit here and defend it. I'm actually going to pile on top of myself even more because I didn't even have anywhere to be.
Yeah.
I don't know why I left.
Weak.
I swear to God, I think I just
This
like
kid
blacked
voluntarily
out.
went to the
like,
subway instead of watching the greatest inning in the history of baseball.
I just like I don't know. You know what? I think I just like forgot that. I think I just forgot.
You just
that
didn't care.
Judge
No,
was
you
like-
didn't care about 60 that much. And then, all right, listen. The fact of the matter is,
Listen to
I'm
that.
just saying what happened.
Nah,
here
I
is-
mean that was how I kind of was talking about it. I was like,
right. And
for
we're
me,
baseball
61,
fans, man.
62 are the numbers. 60 wasn't the one.
What are the
and then
odds of
Stan
him
hits a
even
slam?
hitting it?
And I wanna.
It's what 1 in 10 that he hits even just the low thing that you don't care that
But it's
much
why
about.
you went
No, I know.
to the game.
Yeah. No, it's
No,
inexcusable.
no. I don't know. I agree. I don't know why. Like I swear to God, I think it just like
right.
blacked out. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
what
all right,
happened,
let's
but it is
move.
what it is.
We'll move
Now-
forward
now
now. Now that
the-
we're through Judge,
The clear next page is there's only one thing now on the horizon. The rest of this game, tomorrow's game, they mean jack shit. 5 days from now or a week from now, whatever it is really what you're now focused on.
A week
And
from
there's-
today.
Listen, there's still a
We'll be
ton of
there.
question marks. Still a ton of question
Well, all right.
marks here.
I'm not being even. Oh, who just 2-run homer? I don't even care about this game. I'm not starting
Well,
with
you
the
care
question
because it's
marks.
Cole.
I'm starting with positivity because honestly, this team is.
Well, we've just been positive the whole
right
time.
now. No, well, about one guy. We'll talk about the team because we can harp on. We'll talk about. I have all of the bullpen guys' stats pulled up right now, and I kind of want to attack like what we even think the last 3 or 4 innings of these games are going to look like in the postseason. We'll start with the rotation. I'm extremely confident in the rotation, and I'll say I totally trust Nestor and Sevy, even though Sevy hasn't had the best playoff record. We've been there,
And
for
Nestor
it.
has no playoff record.
I still trust the guys. I've said this multiple times now. It really is. Cole is so important, and as much as he's disappointed, and he has a lot. Sure, he got the strikeout record, whatever. I don't even care. He's disappointed a ton. Going into game 1, I'm going to be confident in him. I'm confident every time I see Garrett Cole is starting for us, I retain this just confidence that we're going to win, and I still have it. So game 1 of the DS, whether it's the Indians or whatever their name is now, or who are they playing? The Rays, maybe. It's really important for this dude to shove, and I expect it, even though I know that he hasn't delivered in big games, like very consistently.
Also, like shove is relative. Like, give me 6 innings, 2 runs. Like,
I want 7-1, bro. I want 8-1.
Well,
I want 9-0. I know.
I'm just waiting to tag in here.
I'm with you though,
Go ahead,
Kim.
Bran.
Like,
let
I'd
Bran
put-
go, and then Ryan will be all negative.
I still put like blind optimism in Cole. It's not entirely blind because he is a stud, but it's like legally blind optimism in Cole.
Yeah.
Like
Nah, I
I
feel
just because he still has that Garrett Cole name value. He still will go out there and give you 12, 13 strikeouts. Sometimes will go out there and be like perfect through 6. So he has it in him. I just know there's going to be a moment in these playoffs, whether it's in the ALDS, ALCS, where Cole blows up. And I know it's going to happen.
You explained it
he can give us some
perfectly.
good starts.
The game he pitched in
between.
Toronto that I was at, I just want to keep mentioning that I was in Toronto. 61 was so sick. I mean, you said it perfectly. He was perfect through 5, which he's done. I was at a game where he was pitching against the Tigers. He was perfect through 7, I think. That game he didn't give up the big inning or the 3-run homer, but it seems his memo is he will be dominant for 4, 5, 6, and then he walks 2 guys and gives up a 3-run homer and screws the entire game up. So, like, it's easy for anybody to say, just don't give up the 3-run homer. But am I crazy then maybe? I mean, there's no way this would happen, but if he's dominating through 5 or 6, it's like maybe, and with the state of the bullpen, you couldn't do this, but like his consistent mess up is later in the game typically, other than what was it, Seattle blew him up for 6 in the first.
What about Boston last year?
Yeah, that was early too. I mean, dude, the homers are a
the
problem.
wild card
The homers
was
are a
really
problem.
that was his big stinker. Like,
Yeah, but so,
really
all right, so
this
hold on,
entire
I
What
got
did
to
he give
chime
up?
in now. Now I got to chime in. You guys have had your rainbow unicorn talk for long enough
I mean,
here.
I wasn't that
The
positive.
reality is, if you want to talk rotation here, I'm not gonna allow myself at least to be blinded by the magical run that Judge has been on and have that paint lipstick on a pig on some of these other issues that the team still has that have not been solved.
Just be more positive. That's all I'm asking, because everything else is positive right now.
No, Judge is positive right now.
Right.
Oswaldo Cabrera is positive right now.
You know what else is positive? It's October. So October G is back. That's positive.
Okay, that's great. That's great. October G has been there for the last couple of years, and what have we won with him? Nothing. So it comes down to pitching. It comes down to pitching. And the problem I'm having is I know Cole's going to be the Game 1, Game 7 guy, because you're paying him $350 friggin' million to be the Game 1, Game 7 guy. And I've watched him now not be a Game 1, Game 7 pitcher.
Well, only once in the playoffs for us. He shoved in Houston. So
okay, I also actually randomly had scrolled across when Pittsburgh made it to the wild card round when McCutchen was winning MVPs.
I remember that
and Pittsburgh was like on this up and up, and Cole's pitching the wild card game. And I watched a clip the other day of Schwarber hitting an
that's one of my favorite homers of all time. He put one in the Allegheny. It's one of my favorite homers of all time.
In Pittsburgh, into the Allegheny.
Bro. Was that against Cole? Shit.
Off Cole.
Damn.
So his track record in the big moment when the spotlight is on is not the best. Then I say to myself, Nestor has probably earned a Game 1 start. If you're going just based on performance this past year, he's the guy that earned the Game 1 start. But Nestor has no playoff experience.
Right.
Then I look at Sevy.
Oh, man, you're
Then I
killing
look
us.
at Sevy, and I go, Sevy looked electric. Now, I got a whole rant about what the fuck went on the other night with them pulling Sevy out after facing the minimum. That was disgusting. Disgusting. But beyond that, listen, we were in the ballpark the night that Sevy didn't even get out of the first inning. So you want me to have this like upbeat, crazy confidence in a pitching staff when I don't have the data to say I should.
All right, all valid.
No, I'm not. I'm not on like 10 out of 10 confidence scale. But I don't think there's really any staff outside of maybe Houston.
Yeah.
No, but like I mean, look at the Mets. DeGrom and Scherzer, two best pitchers in the game.
Scherzer's had issues before.
They blew up.
Yeah.
They blew up.
I'm not looking at the other. I'm looking at my own. I'm looking at what I got.
And all right. So all right. You're one end of the spectrum. Cam and I are on the other end.
Obviously, I know Cole can go out and shove.
I feel good with our playoff rotation. I don't expect them to go out and give up 0 runs every single game.
Right,
but I feel good. I feel good about it.
Let me say this then.
I don't think it's like a big worry of mine.
I
Cole
agree.
is the biggest worry.
I agree that when I look at it on paper, I see, and the rotation is going to be Cole, Nestor, Sevy. That's what it's going to end up being. Game 1, Cole. Game 2, Nestor. Game 3, Sevy.
Yeah.
Whatever. When I look at that on paper, yeah, absolutely. I'll roll with that. No doubt. My point is
not on paper.
Well, meaning I know
I've
that
seen them pitch.
Sure. Okay, fine. But that's also part of the problem. I've seen them pitch. I've seen Cole pitch in a big moment, and I've seen him get shit on in a big moment, and I've seen Sevy pitch in a big moment and get shit on in a big moment. So I like it. I'm not gonna say I don't. I'm not gonna say I'd rather have someone else, because you're right. You look at some of the other rotations, and like DeGrom and Scherzer just got waxed in a big moment this weekend. So it can happen. I get that.
We're both right here.
All I'm saying is nobody is invulnerable to the blow up in a big moment.
Right, but I'm not gonna. But Cole's had enough of them now in big moments to be like, this could go one of two ways.
Buddy. Let's go.
There's not a lot of gray area with you, Cole.
Because all right, like A-Rod was trash in the playoffs forever, right? And then 2009 came and he carried the entire team. So why can't one of these guys be that guy?
No, they can. All three of them can.
Why can't Cole throw
all
9
three of those
complete
guys
game
can.
shutout game 1 and then sweep the DS and then complete game shutout in Houston game 1? Like,
listen, I got
let's
Cole's
do
right.
it,
I got
man.
Cole's.
Let's
hold
go.
on. Listen, I'll counter myself here because I got Cole's playoff numbers right in front of me right now. So I'm looking at games here where like earned runs in the games. I see a bunch of 4s, a 5, a 6. I also see some 1s, a 0, a
with
2.
The Astros,
so
with the sticky stuff.
Well, let's not.
What
even
were you gonna say,
that
Brad?
up.
Anything?
I forget, but no. What I'll say, at least with the Yankees, Cole has had one bad, meaningful performance, in my opinion, and that was last year in the Wild Card.
He only had one shot at one though, so he's 1 for 1. He's
No,
He's 0 for
he
1.
pitched really well in the 2020 playoffs.
Oh yeah. My bad. It's just bad vibes of 2020.
And sure, he's had some stinkers throughout the regular season, but
Yeah, you're right.
since when are we going to care about the regular season?
Yeah, no,
right?
it's a new season, man. That's why they call it the postseason.
He at the end of the day,
Clean
he
slate.
gets paid to pitch
This
next Tuesday.
Exactly.
A week from today, we will be there, and he better go at least 6 innings, 2 runs. That's my expectation of him. And if he goes fucking 4-3, like I'll be pissed.
Dude, everything all of us are saying here is correct. It's just I feel like we're going to the playoffs. There's only 2 ways. You can either be kind of confident about it or be super negative. Because the bottom line is for people like us, and I'm sure anybody who would listen to this point is in the same boat. This ain't even fun when you're watching these games. Honestly, until like they take a lead or something, it is so it's so stressful. That it's like
it's just anxiety.
It hurts. Every pitch is just like
all right.
angst.
All right. So the rotation,
To me, the
probably
rotation,
a little
the
bit.
rotation's still a
solid.
question mark to me, just because
Ryan's,
none of the names.
Ryan's a little bit below average on the rotation, and Cam and I are
above average.
A bit
I'm
above
dude,
that.
I don't know.
I'm
Listen. I would say realistically, I know I just went on a bit of a tirade. I'm in the middle on the rotation.
You're right in the
I don't
middle.
know how
You need
you
to see
guys can be above average on it. I really don't. I don't get that.
Dude, I mean, Severino looked incredible.
Yeah, he did. He also
And
looked
we could
incredible
talk about
going
that.
into that
We
wild
could
card
talk
game
about
against
that.
Minnesota.
Nestor has looked incredible all season.
And he has no playoff experience.
So if you're going to tell me my biggest worry is Garrett Cole going to pitch well, then in my opinion, that's a good worry to have.
Exactly.
Like
that's where I'm.
Can I
just? That's where I'm at.
because I have the numbers in front of me, and this is. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play Monday morning quarterback and say I wasn't excited when we got Cole. I was through the roof when we signed Cole. Through the roof. I thought it was amazing. I loved it. But I'm looking at some numbers right now. So Cole had the 2 years in Houston, right? The 2 years in Houston were amazing. A 2.8 ERA and a 2.5 ERA. Guy was a stud. He won 20 fucking games in 2019. He was a stud. For the entire time that he pitched in Pittsburgh, right before
we know
that,
Pittsburgh. He wasn't him yet. He became him in
acclimated
Houston.
to the league.
Yeah, he had the high 3s, like mid 3s.
Right, so you had mentioned the little sticky stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I know, dude. I've been a Cole hater, honestly. I said he'd never have a sub 3 again.
The reason I'm bringing this all up is I don't know how you guys can be anything other than like a flat line right now. Not below, not above, but like a flat line. Like
because I'm choosing to be. I'm choosing
because
to
also,
be.
also, we're not in a 1-game wild card here.
Right.
We're in a 5-game.
Right. We got a series of length.
God forbid Cole blows up and we lose game 1.
We got Nestor and Sevy game 2 and 3.
We got Nestor. So like I'm just confident in our rotation.
All right.
I'm confident with the guys we have.
We're gonna move on.
Okay. Yeah, let's move on. We know where we stand with the rotation.
Right.
I don't know where you wanted to go, Cam.
I disagree with your point. I think if Cole gets blown up, like we're fucked. But I don't think he will. I want to talk about the bullpen a little bit.
I mean, we're fucked. We were down 0-2 to Cleveland a couple years ago and won the series. So what do you mean we're fucked?
Yeah,
we need him.
Obviously,
we need him.
I don't want to lose.
You can't have your ace
losing
not
game 1
winning game. I don't think any team can afford to have their ace not winning.
Who was the game 1 starter against Cleveland in whatever year it was, 2017?
What are you talking about?
Well, who was the game 1 starter there? Because they lost.
Was it Tanaka?
So, no, I'm with Brandon on that.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
We need Cole to win his starts.
You think if we lose game 1, it's over?
No, I don't think we're gonna win the World Series. If Cole is getting blown up in the postseason, then yeah, I don't think this team's gonna win.
All right, sure. If he's just consistently getting blown up, whatever.
Hey, all right, let's move on.
I think that's a
bullpen.
silly point to make.
Marinaccio's been our best guy. He's not around
hurt
for the DS. He at best can come back for the CS. So here are the options. Efros, Loizaga, Trevino, Litke, Wandy, Abreu just came back, who I hope we don't see pitching, and Holmes as well. I kind of feel similar sentiments, as in I don't try. He's basically Chapman, and Chapman might, I guess, be on the postseason roster because he had a good inning.
Honestly, I'm gonna stay out of the whole bullpen talk, or you guys can take this, because to me, I mean,
Loizaga gets the 9th in my book right now.
At this point,
probably the 8th. And
at this point, it's going to go matchup based. At this point,
we're all
matchup
so
based.
who do you trust the most out of the pen, though? Who is? I say Loizaga. He's been solid.
Yeah,
of late.
Loizaga probably, but like, yeah, I mean, bullpen for me is my biggest worry. Like, I'm pretty confident with the rotation, like we just said, and the offense is clicking, and I'm happy with where the offense is at. The bullpen, I was saying it today earlier. It's like we have a stable of like a lot of just good arms, but nobody really has a role. We don't have a lockdown guy. All right, in a pinch, bring this dude in, and he's gonna shut the door. It's just like a hosh posh of good arms.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I mean, you're right. It's just matchup based.
Yeah, that's why
all
I
it's
don't really
gonna
have
be.
much to say on the pen, to be honest. Yeah, it's a
Right.
massive question mark. It's all going to be
frightening.
rotation matchup based, and this is why I would say more than if you lose game 1, you lose the DS. No. More than that, though, you're going to need your starters here this postseason to go 6-7 innings every time they go out, because you need to limit the amount that you're relying on the bullpen, because the bullpen, to me, is a dart throw every night.
It is, man. Dude, the bullpen is going to be pitching high leverage innings every game.
Well, that's what the bullpen does.
I know.
Yeah.
It is scary because there's a lot of guys in that mix that I can't even trust to just like have the zone on a night-to-night basis.
Right. They just walk too many guys.
Right.
Like
And then
because
it's like,
Marinacio's hurt, because Britton's out, Chapman's going to be there.
probably, man.
He's going to be there.
Oh my
Wait,
God!
no,
God
but
forbid.
but Chapman will not be throwing in any sort of like
super high leverage,
moment.
ninth inning.
Wait,
up
hold
one.
on. Wandy got activated. Is that what you just said?
He
Is
should
back?
be around. I don't think he is back yet, but he should be in.
So
in the
basically,
playoff.
our top 4 arms are going to be Wandy, Efros, Loizaga, and
Licky's been good.
Castro came back yesterday.
Castro,
and then,
I forgot about
like
Castro.
where is Holmes at? Like,
Dude, you can't trust him. Yo, I swear to God,
Listen to
I know.
the
completely
names
untrustable.
here. You
He's
guys want to talk
completely
about
untrustable. Well, all right,
paper
no.
test and what it looks
So,
like on paper
For
Ugh.
2 seconds, here we go. I trust
you were talking about that.
I trust Loizaga.
I like Efros.
I like Efros.
I told you guys a while
That's
Yeah,
ago.
about
nah.
it, bro.
I told you guys
Trevino's
a while
been
ago.
good, but
Efros
he's
should be
had
the
a
closer.
tough year, man. He had a bad year. He's been good with
bullpen
us.
is shaky, man. I don't
It's
know.
scary.
I don't know. To be honest, Jesus take the wheel, man. It's in God's hands.
You
when the
can't
bullpen
do
comes.
that,
Like,
though.
I don't know,
Somebody's
man.
got to step up. Maybe all of them.
No,
Maybe all of them
and
are
hold
just
on.
electric. Maybe Clay is
You guys
first
might have
half
to.
Clay.
You guys might have to calm me down here if I start rolling. But I'm just gonna say this: if we get into the playoffs,
If we get
and
into the
this
playoffs.
is meaning, let me finish here. And I don't think this is gonna happen. But if we get into the playoffs, and Sevy is in the 7th inning with 94 pitches, and they take him out of a fucking
They wouldn't.
game
I mean, that won't happen.
because they're gonna go and lean on a Wandy instead of a Sevy who is dealing.
They took him out. So next week, when he's at 94 in the
hold on.
7th, he can
Hold on.
keep
he's,
going.
hold on. He's the game 3 starter, right? When is game 3? What's the
Like
date
a
of
month
game
from
3?
now.
Like 17 days from now.
I can't believe of
and
the
God
three of us.
forbid he throws 100 pitches.
I can't believe that I am the one of the three of us right now who actually doesn't really mind that they took him out.
you're
Nah,
disgusting.
bro, I was.
I can't even
I was-
look at you. You're disgusting.
You know what I think it was?
Oh my-
I was
Oh.
tight when they pulled.
You know what I
dude.
think it
Are
was?
You kidding me?
I wasn't watching the game live. I think that's all the difference. I
Dude,
think
are
that's
you
all
kidding
the
me?
difference.
And then you see Sevy pleading his case to
yeah,
Boone.
dude, he's
and
just
Boone's
shaking
like,
his
"Rah,
head.
rah,
Yeah.
Huh, well, you're at 95 pitches. Like, dude,
Dude.
the guy knows how his arm feels. He felt great. Let him go out. And then,
But,
I know
agree.
everyone will say,
I agree.
oh, well, if he went out and got hurt, people would have been.
he
Yo,
gets
I don't know,
hurt
man.
anyway.
People just, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
gets
people
hurt
just say,
anyway. Jesus
But then
Christ.
I don't know.
the other
This stuff.
obvious side that you guys know to this is if you take him out, it's a 0% chance he gets hurt. You know what I mean? Like, there's a 2% chance he would have got
Dude,
hurt
stop.
there. So.
Nah, but
Stop.
but
Then-
you
then
know
they
what
took
it does?
Judge out. They took
So-
Judge out right here. Why did they
So
do
then
that?
he gets hurt.
Just
You know
'cause-
what? Hurt in his first 20 pitches in 17 days. Like, what are we talking about here?
I do agree, but now it's funny that now we're at the point where all I care about is the postseason, and here we are, and it's like, It does suck.
just-
I like
Dude,
watching
he
it.
was
You know
a
what it does
hot
is
knife
it-
through butter the other night. He was not stressed
he was
at
shit
all.
See, I wasn't
on.
watching.
It
man.
was,
I didn't.
dude.
I
He
didn't-
was
shit on.
coasting.
I didn't see.
It was easy. It was effortless.
And it wasn't just any old no hitter. Like he had faced the
minimum?
It wasn't a perfect.
Dude!
It wasn't a perfect game,
Yo,
but he
this
walked
is-
the guy and then just got a double play.
They
It
don't
was,
give
like,
a
crazy.
fuck about the
No, they don't.
history of the sport anymore. They don't
care.
care.
I mean, I
told you,
dude. We were talking
Kershaw
before.
and
Kershaw gets
Scherzer
pulled.
really. That I'm not okay with that because that's no
Kershaw
hitters-
gets pulled during a perfect game. Scherzer gets pulled
Perfect
during a
games are
perfect
not
game.
to be fucked with,
Sevy
man.
gets pulled when facing the minimum with
Yeah.
one walk. What are
Yeah,
we doing
and-
to the
and-
game, man?
No, and right. You're just taking away from the entertainment of the game. You're also
I had to
Sevy
stand
looked
up for that, dude.
disgruntled.
I got hot.
Sevy
Of
looked
course he was,
disgruntled.
dude.
Sevy
The
was
guy's
pissed off.
the guy's an animal. Of course he was. He's
Yeah, but then you gotta
I
listen to
feel
this
like-
bullshit PR stuff after the fact, where like Sevy after the fact in the clubhouse is like, no, it's good decision, it's okay. Fuck you, dude. Say what
you,
you
dude.
think. Say what you think.
Dude.
all right, watch. He's gonna throw a no hitter game 3 of the DS and clinch it
No,
for
because
us.
they'll pull him out.
And-
They'll pull him out in the
Oh, they
eighth.
wouldn't do that. They're not Kevin
And
Cash.
I'm sorry, but it's just like it does come down to, all right, you do all this resting where you have planned rest days and you take guys out after 80 pitches or whatever. Look at our fucking DL list.
Yeah.
It's
But hold on,
like I said,
I
it's
agree.
a CVS receipt.
I
It's
agree.
beyond that.
It's a
There
CVS
there are more injuries in sports today than ever before.
Yeah, and guys
So-
are playing less than ever
And they're
before.
playing less, and they're resting more, and they're watching counts.
That's a whole
So
different- this is a
maybe
whole
that
different animal
shit
to get
doesn't
into.
work. Maybe it doesn't matter.
It's a
maybe
whole
if a
different
guy's
animal.
gonna get hurt, the guy's gonna get hurt. Period.
I'm obviously, and we all are, a believer in if a guy's grooving and feeling great, he's fine. He's
Cam,
good.
if you weren't
He
watching
could've
last
thrown
night,
150 the other
if you
night,
weren't
probably.
watching last
I
night,
wasn't,
it was
but
easy for him.
I saw
it
a
was
couple Ks where he was
easy.
dotting like 98 up, strutting
Dude, he
off
was
the
throwing
mound,
100.
getting the ball back 99 in, like whatever.
His body language was good. He was
His language
quick
is
in a
always
rhythm.
good, dude.
Like
Sevy's the
All right,
man,
you're not.
bro.
So you're not confident with Sevy going into a playoff start?
yeah,
Come
who are we
on,
talking
bro.
about?
Hold on. I countered myself, morons.
Man's got mojo.
I countered myself.
mojo.
And I said I like the names Cole, Nestor, Sevy. I don't
Austin
want to
Powers
trade the
mojo.
names, but I'm also not going to let myself. That's why I said I'm flatlined. I'm not below. I'm not above. I'm not going to let myself go above because I've also seen these guys shit the bed in the big moment.
Before we jump off, offense. I'm feeling better than I should.
G.
Look out.
You know what?
Here's what I'm going to say.
G.
Look out.
Judge.
Watch out.
Yeah, look out.
Uh-oh.
Brand, I'll tell you this though.
Yo.
Brand, I'm going to tell you this. A couple weeks ago, you were like, "Oh, we got all these guys,
I know
and Oswaldo's the
A
guy."
lot
Like,
changes
Yo,
in a couple
Oswaldo
weeks.
gets a spot.
I know.
You are dumb for
I
that.
stand corrected.
I don't know if
You're
he's
dumb.
dumb
I
for
was
yes,
wrong.
that,
you are.
but
I
The
was
guy
wrong.
had a couple bad series. He had a slump. He just got called up. Like
no,
the guy
Brandon's
clearly-
point was that was not the guy being hyped. So if you're going to bring somebody in, why is it him?
I was disappointed that they weren't giving Peraza the reps, and it was Cabrera. I wasn't really quite sure
Which
why.
is fair.
but
That's a fair
It was
complaint.
apparent that Oswaldo is high-quality utility guy, plays Gold Glove at multiple positions, and his bat has come alive, man. And he's proven
He's going to
me
be
wrong,
starting
and-
left field
and
for
I'm-
us.
I'm happy that he's proven.
Dude,
me
he
wrong.
should.
I'm
He
very
honestly,
happy about that.
to
So
me, he should have wherever he's going to play. He's going to play. He should be our 9 hitter. I'd
Yeah,
put him in the 9.
He will
hole.
be.
So quick, not a lineup, but what's the defensive orientation?
Rizzo.
on
It's
game
easy.
one,
Easy.
Rizzo,
on
Glaber.
on Tuesday.
Rizzo,
On Tuesday, what's
Glaber,
the lineup?
IKF, Donaldson, left field, Cabrera, center, Bader, right, Judge, Trevino catching, Hicks, Cole on the
So
mound.
DJ doesn't play.
No,
No,
I don't
DJ
think so.
doesn't start.
Although he's tagged a couple balls here. I saw he got a single like a couple minutes ago, and then I
Well,
think
who's your
earlier,
DH?
yesterday he
Stanton's
had
your DH?
ripped one.
so I think the question.
DHing, of course, yeah.
So I think the question is Donaldson or DJ.
DJ.
Right? That's what it comes down to.
DJ.
Yeah, they'll go Donaldson right now because he's healthy and he's played the whole year and he's been lights out at third. And DJ
And
still
DJ will be like first guy off the bench, pinch hitter.
Right,
type matchup.
right. Him
no,
right-handed. I
DJ's
think-
going to be playing. DJ's going to be
Third?
playing and batting first. Is what's going to be happening.
Okay, all right. And well, then Donaldson's not playing.
Yeah, I'd much rather have Donaldson coming in off the bench
In a
than.
perfect world for me, yeah.
Dude, Peraza.
I
man.
know. Well, no. In a perfect world, Peraza's short.
Stop it. Stop it.
IKF's
Stop
at third?
it. Stop it. Stop it.
What do you mean stop? He's raking. Give him a shot.
All right. I like that, though. So it's going to just be a combo of Donaldson and DJ, probably matchup based.
Everything else is locked in,
and
honestly.
then the bench is what? Hicks.
Carpenter will be back.
Higgy/Trevino, Carpenter. I'm
No
just counting
Marwin.
Benintendi out.
Yeah, no Benintendi.
Marwin's gone.
No Marwin.
DJ's
That's
in the
it.
starting lineup, 100%.
All right, well, then Donaldson will
Y'all
be
are
first
bugging.
off the bench.
He's absolutely in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I mean, we're not, though.
All right, so it's one or the
all
other.
right,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see
one or
in
the
a
other.
week from now. We'll see who's right. I'm going to say DJ will not be starting in game one of the DS.
Or do you not have Bader in center and you
No,
put Judge
you-
in center and stick Stanton in right?
100% have Bader in center. 100%.
Yeah, isn't this
he's
the
worth
reason
it,
why
too.
Bader's here? To go play center field?
Bader's
Isn't
been,
that
yo,
why
Bader's
he's here?
been really impressive.
I was just throwing that out there.
He's really been impressive. There's been a couple balls. He had one the other day, made a diving catch in left center where I'm watching the entire flight path of the ball, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't got that's over. And he makes the catch, and it's like,
it's
nice to see that,
defense
dude.
is
But
night
the
and
defense
day
was never the
over-
question.
and he slaps
Yeah,
some
the
singles,
defense was
man.
never the question.
Put him in the A-hole.
No, and
then
Bader's been hitting good situational hitting, getting the guy over, getting some singles. Like he's kind of what the Yankees needed, and then he plays obviously.
yes,
Gold
dude.
Glove,
So
Platinum Glove,
7, 8,
Foul,
9 for us. We're looking at IKF, Bader, and Cabrera. Or Cabrera maybe
Cabrera's gonna be
6,
hiting like 5,
6.
Cabrera's
So to
gonna
be
You guys are saying-
all right.
I
So
mean,
now we're making a lineup.
I do just have to counter you
Yo.
quick. Like you guys are saying, Bader's like a bat on ball type of guy. He's struck out in like a third of his at bats.
I think he's in like 250
I'm just saying.
something
in the
with.
what?
I've
In
seen
the
him
what?
slap some
10
singles.
games he's played.
He's got almost
big
40
impact
at bats and he's got
offensively.
15 strikeouts. So he struck out in like a third of his at bats.
Do you think they'll lead off Judge?
Small sample size, but still.
They might lead off Judge, dude. Don't be shocked
gonna
if
lead
they
off
do.
Judge.
That's insane.
I don't like it, but they're
if they
gonna
do that. That's
They're gonna.
insane.
They're gonna go Judge.
No way.
But then when
no
you think
way.
of who's
no
playing,
way.
man,
no
who does
way.
lead off?
No
we don't have
way.
anybody to lead off on this
No
team.
way.
Like
And
IKF,
I said this.
Bader, Oswaldo.
I said this.
That's a-
No, they're
that's
going to
a
lead off
tall
DJ,
task.
and he's going to be playing third. And they're going to tell him to wrap his fucking big
dude.
toe up and suck it up.
Wrap your big toe, bro.
That's what they're going to tell him to do. And listen, all I'm going to say
Big
is
Fred
this.
Flintstone toe.
And I said this to you. I said this to you guys before. If they're going to go the gross route of leading Judge off and guarantee that he's going to come up in the first inning with nobody on base, if that's what they're going to do, then your 8 and 9 hitters need to be speedy on base guys.
Dude, nah, you know
It
what?
can't
Honestly,
be. It can't be Hicks and Trevino in the 8-9.
No sense to lead Judge off.
No sense.
It makes
you
no.
can't.
So what? So Judge gets on base for who? He gets on base for hit. You need to get people on base
you
for
gotta,
Judge.
you need
He
to hit
can't
Judge
lead off.
third. Like he needs,
Yes.
he needs to instead of hitting solo homers, he needs to be hitting 3.
Although
homers.
actually, hold on, G, he'll have
it'd
G
be Judge
backing him up.
Stanton 3-4 is what I would do.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
no. Judge 2, Stanton
You would-
3,
so-
maybe, because I know they're sticklers about.
But if you're
like,
going to do
having-
that, then I'd go
right.
Judge 2, Rizzo
Well,
3,
right,
Stanton
Rizzo,
4.
yeah. That's what it'll
Right
be.
in the scenario DJ doesn't play and it's Donald at third. What's your lineup? Who leads off?
IKF.
Well, be realistic. Be realistic.
All right, sorry. Not your lineup.
The
what did
lineup.
the Yankees do? Yeah.
Then Judge is going to lead off.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
And
So
then,
they go
but then,
Judge.
all right, so listen.
They go Judge,
and then again,
Rizzo,
if-
Stanton, and Glaber.
if Judge is
Yeah.
going to
Judge,
lead off,
Rizzo, Glaber, Stanton.
if Judge is going to lead off, what they need to do then is they need to be putting IKF and Cabrera 8-9.
8-9. They
That
will.
way. All right,
Trevino,
fine.
7.
The first inning is whatever, but then every other time he comes up, he's got potentially speed guys on the bases ahead of him. I'm tired of like watching. They've been having Hicks bat 9. Why?
If Stan
You're then-
Homer's here, they're going to win the World Series.
You're
Shit,
then
he missed.
guaranteeing all night the guy's coming up with nobody on in front of him. So if you're going to lead him off, then you better stack the 8-9 positions in your lineup, and your dead spots should be the 6-7 hole.
So you would go Judge, Rizzo. This is, I guess, what I would do if there's no DJ. No DJ, I go
Yeah, but
Judge.
DJ's playing, so DJ's playing.
Yeah. Judge, Rizzo, Glaber, Stanton, Donaldson, Oswaldo,
I don't like that.
Bader,
Trevi, Bader.
I don't
IKF,
like that.
Trevino.
Do you have Cabrera in there? Where'd you have Cabrera in there?
Yeah, Cabrera 6th after Donaldson.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know, man. The big question is going to be DJ Donaldson because the rest of the field's solidified. Cabrera is playing left field. That was our big question a couple weeks ago.
He's earned that spot.
Yeah, we'll see.
But just watch. Some nerd, some pencil-pushing nerd will have a reason that Hicks should be playing left field and batting 9.
Come on.
He has been playing better, but he hasn't. But no, it's Oswaldo.
Dude, Cabrera's been electric, man. All over the field. He was playing first base the other day. I was like, what?
Yeah, Boone had said he was going to try him out over at first base too.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll be back sooner than a week. Honestly, we might want to run another one of these back in between.
Let's do one. Before the
game
DS
1.
game.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
We'll see how these wild card games play out, and then
I'm feeling pretty good right now. I was really down a couple weeks ago. They've played much better. Stanton crushed some homers that really made me feel good. And Judge, man.
He's homered in 3 straight games.
The ball he just hit earlier, we didn't really react too much to it. The ball he just hit earlier was another just laser.
We saw one live. I was at the game the other day because I go to every game because I'm a sick fuck. But he hit it. It was funny because I was sitting there and Bob was there, and I said, I was like, other than Judge hitting 62, which he didn't do that game, this was at the stadium, I was like, the one thing I really want to see, this was as Stanton was hitting, was this guy right here, barrel one. I swear to God, 30 seconds later, bruh, missile, halfway up the bleachers. It was. I'm feeling confident about it, so I'm feeling good, man. I'm happy about this.
Oh, what's this? The Mets
Braves
fans.
won. Oh, yo, I'm sending the Timmy Trumpets taps to the group.
The Braves just clinched.
Hey, you know what's nice?
The Braves just clinched.
You know what's
Mets
great?
Are gonna Mets, man.
This next week is going to be great because we sit back. I'm gonna have a little whiskey and watch some baseball. And watch some high leverage baseball that don't matter to me.
Now, can I ask you before we sign off here? Can I ask you guys something here? Is there with this whole idiot sort of playoff schedule here? You guys worried about the fact that our last game is tomorrow and then we don't play again until Tuesday?
Nope. Everyone take a nice nap for 2 days, hit the cage the day after that, and then get ramped up.
Do an inter squad, do your.
All right, I mean, people talk about the fact that baseball is a game of rhythm and a game of repetition, and you can't replicate live situations.
I'll make a bet right now. Judge guaranteed homer in Game 1 of the DS. Guaranteed.
Bring the Somerset Patriots down.
I'm just asking.
Smack them around a little bit. Bring the guards. Bring the cons down. Smack them around.
I mean, how many times do you see a team?
Make sure Paul Crew ain't on that team.
Listen, you see a team go into the All-Star break hot, and they come out of the All-Star break cold. So I don't know, man. It's this new playoff format. It's like we're gonna bring some positivity to you. Dog. I'm asking a question. You used to go from Wednesdays the last game, Fridays the DS.
Answer your own question. What do you think? You think it's going to...
I don't know what to think. It's why I'm asking. I don't know what to think.
Well, think something and answer it. Is it good or bad? Are they going to be fine? Yes, they will. They're going to win the World Series.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
All right. We'll be back in a couple days. Maybe a week. Maybe 3 weeks. No, we'll be sooner than that. But we'll see you guys soon. Let's go, Yanks, baby.